This is Billy. Billy has just arrived home from school. Hello, Billy. Billy's parents have purchased him a computerized internet video game. Wait a moment, Billy. You need to know about some of the people you might meet online. Many of the people you meet in online video games will be moral, respectable members of your local community. You might not know it, but that noob you just pwned could be your teacher, or your mailman, the local policeman, or the garbage collector. But be careful. Not every person you meet online will be one of these respectable, industrious leaders of the community. Some of the more unemployed or foreign players might be inclined to indulge in less wholesome pastimes, like online delinquent behavior, or as the young people call it, griefery. What is griefery, you say? I'm glad you asked. A griefer is a person who plays an online video game, not to have a good fun time, but to prevent others from enjoying themselves. Any act that works against the intended rules of the game and upsets other players might be considered griefing. This online hooligan is trying to ruin the competitive spirit of the game by camping the spawn point. By anticipating where his enemies will appear, he prevents them from re-entering the game. Is this poor form, or is it an effective strategy? The mildest form of griefing is simply engaging in tactics that other players consider unsportsmanlike. This griefer is exploiting an elevator to acquire cheap kills. Is this just a useful tactic, or is it the work of a rapscallion? This rascal is violating the spirit of the game by keeping to a single hiding spot and waiting for his enemies to come to him. And it seems to be working. But perhaps he should ask himself, what if we all just hid and waited? Here we can see another type of griefer. What's that he's doing? Why, he is simulating a vulgar act on that corpse. For shame, you delinquent! Not in my America! Some would argue that simply killing your opponent and violating their corpse can't be griefing, because that's the way the game is played. But what about when a player turns against their teammates? Sometimes they pretend to do it by accident, whether they use a stray grenade, or whether they use an automobile. But sometimes they just shoot you in the back. Why do they do it? Perhaps they have friends on the other team. Perhaps they have difficulty achieving kills in the normal, moral fashion, like the rest of us. Nobody can say for sure what makes these communists turn traitor. All we know is that they're criminally insane. Not all griefers are violent, however. Some griefers prefer to cause trouble by not fighting. Whether they're anti-war protesters taking their killjoy message of peace online, or just effeminate New Age hippie children, these flower-sniffing subversives will try to ruin your wholesome online entertainment with the most dangerous propaganda of all, non-violence. Some pacifists will try to take away your God-given right to find guns lying around. Other pacifists will try to break up fights already in progress, while others simply won't take a gun to a gunfight. So there you have it, Billy. Now you know all you need to know about online video game delinquents. You're welcome, Billy.